Hey, it's James at Luck's Edge Furniture Company. On today's video...
Uh-oh. Here's trouble.
Did I hear you say you could outlift me?
These people in Home Depot have no clue what they're talking about. So we're on our way down to my good buddy's place. He's about an hour away. We found some amazing hickory slabs with bark inclusion for our customer. So before we get there, we got to make one quick stop. So we've got a smile cookie. This is them right here. I got an iced coffee for Root. So I don't know if Americans know, but Tim Hortons here, it's a big ass deal. We love our Tim Hortons. Stuck on the road. We're driving 3.5 kilometers an hour. So over that'd be great. Oh, this is so shady. All right, just got to Mike's place. He backs onto the highway. It's a little loud, but let's go pick up the slabs. So all these are walnut logs. And this is the big mill, so he's gonna start milling real soon.
Are you taping us?
Yeah, I'm taping you. See, Mike, he gets me to come over and do free labor. Where are my slabs? They're on the bottom?
On the bottom.
Jeez. How long did it take you to dry it?
So usually I run my kiln around 3.5 months.
So this is one of the slabs, 1 to 2. So this is hickory. These are all bark inclusions.
I've never seen hickory like this.
That looks amazing. So what we're trying to do is we're getting the book match here. So to figure out the book match, I've got like a character here.
James, is this knot?
So here we got a knot here. So we're gonna go over here. And see, we got the same knot here. So this was sitting on top of that like that. So that's the book match here. Don't kill me! Well, now that I almost died, I'm gonna let Mike do that by himself. Where'd you get your driver's license? So we gotta put this in the trailer over here that's right beside the highway. Pray no one dies here. Look at a truck coming by. This is where we're filming, right here beside the highway. It's so shady. It's Mike's TV, I told him. No more YouTube! Okay. This is an electric chainsaw. It's awesome. It's from Steel. If you have a chance to buy one of these, don't even think about it. Do it. Don't even think, just buy it. It's amazing. Anyways, before I cut my face off on my foot, I'm gonna cut these slabs down. These are hickory. I just found out today that actually hickory is the same as butternut. I had no idea. Well, that worked out. Let me move the camera over so you guys can see this. It's fun using a chainsaw, especially inside. Cool. Those are all cut. Let's get them on the CNC machine. All right, so I got the slabs trimmed to size, to length. These are frigging heavy. These are, I think these might even be heavier than white oak. It's wild. This table is going to be like 1 billion pounds. So I'm going to flatten it on the CNC. I'm going to flip it over a couple times, show you guys how everything works. And then we're actually cutting it down the center. We're going to join it. And then we're doing resin on the outside. So let's get to it. So a little back history on these slabs. It took us weeks and weeks to pick out slabs, you know, over 20, 30 text messages and phone calls back and forth with the client. We finally landed on these hickory slabs, and you'll see me mispronounce it. It's not butternut, it's bitternut. And I've said it 2 or 3 times, so ignore my ignorance. But here's what it looks like once it's finally book matched. We're going to throw it in a mold. We're going to put some resin around it, and you got to see what happens next. So I'm just minding my own business, working on a table, and all of a sudden a massive piece of bark comes flying at 50 miles an hour off the CNC and smashed into the back of my neck. I just got smoked in the back of the neck with this piece of bark. You guys can see that? from the CNC right there. It flew like 30 feet and hit me right in the back of the neck. All right, so we got the book match all cut out here. This looks pretty amazing. We got to get the bark cleaned up. That's going to be a pain in the ass, getting the bark cleaned up. Apparently, I've never worked with butternut, but apparently it's horrendous to get the bark off. So if I don't do any more videos after this, it's because I died pulling the bark off. As a joke to my wife, I'm actually going to buzz my head and do another video and see if she notices. I'm not done. My shaver just died. So with a buzzed head, just go see what my wife thinks. So my wife didn't care about my hair, but my daughter hasn't seen it. So let's surprise her and then we're gonna go off to the shop and get this table finished. Hey Sophie.
What did you do? What did you do?
I'm all bald. Touch it.
No.
Is that spiky?
Stop! What did you do?
I buzzed my head. Okay, I gotta go make tables. Be a YouTube star. Here you'll see me do a cold call to a custom furniture place in the city to see if they'll carry our furniture. So we're gonna follow this up with an email. Hey Catherine, my name is James. I own, it's a custom boutique high-end furniture company. We've been operating for 12 years. We're just a couple hours north of Toronto. I wanted to pick your brain for 2 minutes and see if there's any way that we can get some of our furniture into your beautiful showroom. If you have a couple minutes, give me a call, it'd be great. My number's 905-716-7600, and I'll follow this voicemail up with an email. Hope you're having a great day. Take care. Talk soon. Bye. All right, I got a clean shaved head. No glue or sawdust is getting in this baby anymore. We got to join this this massive table we're doing. So look at this. So I cut it with my track saw. As you can see, there's a little bit of chip out and the track saw never gets a perfect straight cut. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna take this over on my CNC. So this is called an up spiral flute bit. I'm gonna put this on the CNC. It's gonna go back and forth and clean up that glue joint, and then you'll see how better it fits. So this is the best way I know of doing glue joints other than flipping them sideways in a joiner. But good luck with that with 10.5 foot slabs, right? All right, so these are all cut now. Let's get them slid together and let's see what the glue joint looks like. See how tight that is? Can you guys tell where the glue joint is? Oh, it's right there. See that? They pull me back into a sweet glue joint. All right, so we're gonna get dominoes on this table. Gonna get it glued up. We've got epoxy in order from Alberta. I've got a huge announcement on something big we're working on, and a little bit of an accident happened in the shop. So watch. So watch this. This is cool. We're gonna get these chamfered. Well, unfortunately, you can't fix stupid. Just make sure your automatic trigger isn't on your belt sander when you plug it in. Well, now that that's all over and done with, this is me chamfering the dominoes. It allows it to slide into the slots a lot easier when you put the glue joint together. All right. So a little bit of a time constraint on this because you don't want the glue dripping out. Oh. So you want to get this together as fast as you can like that. Oh. So you just pull in one end, put a clamp on it, and then make sure your dominoes are lined up, and pull them together. So that's it. You want to get a clamp on both ends as quickly as possible, as quickly as humanly possible. So that is glue creep or glue squeeze. That's very important. That's what you want. You don't see this, you don't have a good glue joint. All right, so I don't want to show you guys the boring process of building the mold. So this is an HDPE. It's a high density puck Ethereum. I keep forgetting what it stands for. Anyways, it's puckboard. So I've used these sheets over and over and over again. So what I need to do now, I need to get rid of all of the little dimples of the glue so that the whole table sits flat. If not, there's going to be a whole bunch of resin sitting up underneath this, and I don't want that. So the next step is you got to spray off the bottom, get rid of all the dust, because if not, you start to have mental problems. And I'm off my medication in this video, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah. So here is me putting the massive slab into the mold. I got to be so careful because if I hit the side of the mold, the silicones are going to break and the resin's going to leak all over the floor. We're going to pour 60 liters of resin into this massive table we're working on. But before we do that, my friend Michael is smoking a pork shoulder for the first time. So we're going to go give him a quick hand. We're going to open the grill, see what it looks like. We're going to give him a couple treats. I got a present for him. So let's go surprise Michael. All right. So what are we doing here? We got a pork shoulder.
We got pork butt.
Pork butt. Oh, look at
Go.
this. Mike's gonna grab this and try to not drop it on the deck.
Okay.
There we go. Close this up. Doesn't have a spring on it.
Should I? Do you keep the thermometer in when you wrap it?
No, pull it out.
Pull it out. You bought it.
So it's got the meat back on here. Just gonna leave it for another couple hours and pull it off. Now we're going out by the water here, the creek, to take some pictures. Send it here so we can get on another FaceTime. So what you got to go through to make sure your customers are completely satisfied. I'm still in business. So there's that side that is not bleached, and that side that is bleached. Let's go send these to her, see what she thinks. Yeah.
Oh, see, I took it as, okay, because they look totally different.
Yeah, picture 1 and 2 is the same table. Before anything else happens, I gotta get a chocolate chip cookie. Been a good boy today, so I need a little treat. No, it's warm. Pretty good. With $2.40, I can go to the grocery store for $5. I can buy like 12 of them. That's fucking insane. $2.40 for a cookie. All right, I'm gonna take you guys to our new house. We had to sell our property in Wasaga. I'll show you where we're going now. Gotta move again. Thanks, Canada. So that's our new place. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath. It's nice houses around it. We got the water way off in the distance there. This is wild. So this is a new subdivision. The houses, like some of the people here, they want like $1.7 million. Like we're talking 2,200 square feet, like not big at all. So this house is going to cost us $3,500 a month to rent. Even if we could come up with a down payment, 20% on 1.7 million, even 1.5 million. Like we're $8,000-9,000 a month for a mortgage in Canada. Like it's just baffling. The other cool thing, it's right across the road from a private ski resort that I can't afford to be a member at. Awesome, Canada, we love you. Up here in Georgian Bay, you gotta make a lot of money. It's like, I don't know, $35,000 a year plus membership fees to ski at that club. I guess you really gotta like skiing. Anyways. All right, we're at Home Depot, parked in the pro spot. Let's go inside, see if we can find some paint. So we're gonna get this here. You guys are recommending water-based interior. This is non-yellowing, crystal clear, semi-gloss, so that should work. He wanted me to buy this. Spray it on with a spray can. Not gonna do that. But look at this. This is insane. It's $22 for a water-based. So we're gonna get 4 different cans. We're gonna do 3 coats of this. Spray it on. You should have to do 3 coats of this diamond wood finish.
I believe so. Please read the instruction because I know there is 3 coats. 2 for sure. I know
2
that.
for sure, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read the back of it.
Okay.
Awesome. So here's what I'm thinking non-yellowing means now that I'm reading the can. It means the clear coat won't yellow when there's UV, sunlight on it. I don't think this means non-yellowing as in the wood won't yellow. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to keep looking. These people in Home Depot have no clue what they're talking about. The girl says that her friend sprayed on something that looked like this and it worked. And the guy says it'll work. Non-yellowing means it won't yellow the wood. I don't think that's what that means. That means the finish won't yellow. All right, so DYOR. Everyone at Home Depot thinks non-yellowing means it won't yellow the wood. So I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna call my buddy right now and see what he says.
What?
Put your pants back on.
My what?
Put your pants back on. Why you always call me with your pants off?
I don't know. It's just a thing I got.
Just the thing you got. I've got to finish this table looking like before I put any resin on it, like looking raw.
It's an oil that has a white pigment in it.
And it's the finished product. Okay, cool. Got it. So I just got home from working 12 hours and I backed up in my boat trailer. I just this whole thing up. This just broke off of it. Broke it off of there. I dented this. Brand new boat. It's my new boat. Smashed it with this. Hopefully nothing else happens tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna get in the shop and finish sanding the table. Have a good night. Happy Saturday. We're on our way to the shop right now. We're gonna pour 65 liters of resin. Customers made up her mind on the color. So let's do this thing. But before we get there, check out the cruise that I have every day driving to work. Could be worse, right? I get to drive along the coastline here at beautiful Georgian Bay. This is my drive every morning and every night. All right, so we're on our way down to Robinson's Paint in Collingwood. So this is the hickory we have. This is the finished side, which is amber. This is the raw side. We want it to look like this. So they said that they've got a new product in stock from Osmo. It's called Raw. So we're gonna go do a test sample and we're gonna see what it looks like. So here we go, we're at Robinson's Paint and Wallpaper. They got a ton of products here. There's Peter. Here's my favorite shelf here is with all the Osmo stuff, which everyone knows that we use. So this is, that's the stuff I'm picking up, right?
Yeah,
that's the raw. So 3051, that's the raw there. All right, we got Robinson's Paint in Collingwood. We got Peter here. This is Osmo's new product. It's called Raw. We're gonna test it on here. So this is the finished side that I put 3043 on. And that's what I want it to look like.
You just apply with a sponge, like
yeah, it's perfect.
It works out all right.
So Peter's gonna put some of this on, and we're gonna wipe it around and see what it looks like.
Try to get across both grains here. It's thick stuff too.
So the whole purpose of this is to make it look like it's raw and unfinished, right?
Yeah.
And this
And
is the
still
Pollux
protect.
too, so this is a
Yes.
2-in-1, right? Yeah, if you guys can see, it's got a little tint here, a little tint of white. So there we go, guys. This is a game changer. This is called raw. So it ambers it just a touch. So this is going to keep all the whites in the wood. So unfinished, finished. There's almost no difference. They actually carry Festool stuff too, which everyone knows I'm obsessed with. And they got their demo center over here. This is some of the history of Festool. So this is their RO90 Rotex. That's a little tiny one. What's the pad on here? 3-inch? 2.5 or 3?
Yeah, they're 3.
Yeah, so this gets into all the little spaces. That's how big the pads are. That's awesome.
This is James.
What's going on? You probably wonder why I'm filming and what the hell I'm doing.
Festival and Osmo on his YouTube channel.
They got more Festool stuff here. So they got all the What's that?
And he's got a Merca shirt on.
I know. Welcome to downtown Collingwood. I just left Robinson's. I got a friggin' $30 parking ticket. I had money in the meter and these idiots still gave me a ticket. All right, so amazing news. The customer loved the color. So now we're gonna mix the resin. We're gonna do the big, huge pour that you've all been waiting for. And then we're gonna show you the delivery to Lake of Bays. Everybody knows we love Ecopoxy at our shop. We've been using it for over a decade. These guys are fantastic. It's a great product. It works the exact same all the time. So here I'm adding a little bit of smoky resin color, and we're gonna do the vacuum chamber next. So this is a vacuum chamber. What this does is it puts the entire epoxy bucket under vacuum. It pushes out all the micro bubbles, all the air bubbles, so that when you go to pour it, you don't have bubbles everywhere. So every 10 minutes I come and I pop it. And I'll do another 2 or 3 times like this, and all the bubbles will be completely gone. You want a good pro tip for pouring? Put a little piece of maple or a little piece of wood. So when you pour onto it, it doesn't splash down into the mold and create lots of bubbles. All right, guys, so this is 2 days after we poured on Saturday. Today's Monday, so it's still tacky. So it's kind of like Jello right now. So I'm gonna leave this for another 3 days, and we're gonna come back, plane everything down, and get the whole table finished. Hanging out on the lake with my buddy. So this has been in the mold for 5 days. So we're gonna pull off all of the borders and pop it out, get on the CNC. So this is one of the reasons why I use HDPE. So easily it pulls off. So this stuff's amazing. So this is going to Lake of Bays on the water. It's a nice cottager. Customers are just renovating. They'll be done by the time we get there. So this table was so heavy, I had to use my pallet jack lifter. This thing's amazing. We bought it for $4,000 a couple years ago. It lifts over 2,800 pounds, and this thing has saved my back. So once it's flattened on the CNC, I take about 6 hours to fill all the little pinholes. All right, we're just picking up the legs for powder coating. We are at North Point Powder Coating in Collingwood. These guys are awesome. So that's all the stuff that just came out of powder coating. This is stuff that's heading in. They got a wicked operation here. It's a pretty cool process. So I'll show you the table legs in a couple of minutes. They came out phenomenal. So let's head back to the shop. So we got the top all sanded to 60 grit, and I put a ton of epoxy filler, super glue filler. So a really important step, which I want to make very clear is very, very important, is water popping. So what I'm going to do, literally just spray the entire top. So what this does for me, two things. It raises the grain, which then when you hit it with the next grit, it'll knock it down. You keep doing it between every single grit. And another thing that it does is because I put so much filler in this, super glue and whatnot, it'll show me the spots that aren't sanded, or the spots aren't sanded down to the wood. So that didn't work. I've got a tiny little chip out here from the track saw. This is almost unavoidable. I took a tiny cut to score the resin, but this stuff chips all the time. So I'm trying to use this chamfer bit. So I'm going to go down a tiny bit more. That should hide that. All right. He's excited to watch me flip a 600-pound table by myself. So, the joys of working by yourself. I don't know what I was going to say. Joys of working by yourself. All right. Oh, put your squats in, Pegler. Oh, jeez. Oh. Pretty sure I just broke my ass. Oh my God, it's so heavy. Oh. Well, if I didn't pull my back before, I definitely pulled it now. Good Lord. That's something heavy. Holy jeez. Oh. And I got these blankets here to help me. So, what do you think of that, Mike Holmes Jr.? You got nothing on the Pegmeister. Yeah. Another long day. I got the back all done. I don't normally finish the back like the top, but in this situation, the table is sitting right beside a lowered living room. So you can see everything on the back. So I got a lot of resin on the back because these slabs were all cupped. So they kind of went like that, big roller coaster. So we're gonna finish this all tomorrow. I'm gonna put the new finish on. So that video you just saw of me lifting the table at the end saying, "Take that, Michael Holmes." He called me and said, "You really think you can outlift me?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know." He's like, "I'll be over in a couple hours. I'll show you what I can do." So he's coming over to flip this table. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he doesn't hurt himself. It's pretty heavy. So let's wait for the goat to get here. So as you've seen in a lot of my videos, I use C channel for every table. You have to. If you don't use C channel on your tables, they're gonna cup and you're gonna have issues. So I've literally just marked out all the centers of the holes here. I'm gonna do 5 inserts and then put this in. So, and then after this is done, we're gonna do the finish. And then Mike Holmes Jr. just texted me and he said he's en route to show me how much he can lift. So, okay, I hope someone doesn't get hurt today. I have a feeling someone's going to the hospital. I have a funny story to tell you guys while I'm putting the inserts. So remember how I backed up into my boat trailer and screwed everything up? So that little piece of metal, that little bracket that flips up so you can put your trailer hitch on the trailer, this piece right here is $225 freaking dollars. $225 for a piece of metal. That's insanity. I don't know. Anyways, it blows my mind. I don't know what's happening with this world. So these are the threaded inserts we use. So these are from Rampa, and these are the bolts we use. So these are pretty awesome. Use them for the legs, use them for everything. So these don't break. They don't split, and they've got an Allen key head. So you'll see me torque those in right now. Another important thing that I like to do is I like to chamfer the holes. What this does is it takes all the burrs off where you just drilled, and it allows this to sit in properly without having any issues. So watch how nicely this cleans up this hole that's all burred, right? Yeah, nice and clean. And then this little edge here gets to sit right down in that, nice and clean, like my dirty fingers. All right, so I just did a FaceTime call with the client, and I showed her where the legs are going to go. All of this is it's see-through resin, so you're going to see the table leg top plate through the top of the table. There's nothing you can do about it, especially with see-through tables. So anyways, we FaceTime with her. She's good with the layout. We're going to get the legs attached. We're going to get the oil on it, and then go from there. All right, so we got an Osmo 1101 that we're going to put on the back here. So you can see here how see-through this is. This looks phenomenal. Completely see-through, just like glass. The customer's going to love this. Check out how nice this looks. And guys, this is just a freaking back. This isn't even the show, stop, and top. Oh, I just heard a rumbling of a truck. I think Mike's here.
Uh-oh. Here's trouble.
Did I hear you say you could outlift me?
Yeah, I think that's what I said.
One way to find out.
Let's find out.
All right, well, Michael is going to give this table a go. This is like 600 pounds.
First you say you can outlift me, and then you try to start lifting it for me.
I know. Well, we'll see. It's not light. As my whole table collapses.
Yeah, I don't know if your table can handle it. Definitely got some weight.
Yeah. That's embarrassing. Because I like it as like a...
I got it. Hey, oh, the carpet though. There we go.
Beautiful. Wow. That's nice. We got the U-channel on the bottom.
Yeah.
Kind of just has an extra additive, right? Look at that. We've changed the direction of the rings.
Can I go to powder coat or anything on after?
Let me guess, these are 200 pounds a piece?
They're heavy.
400.
Wait, 80 pounds a piece?
Yeah,
60? They're heavy.
maybe.
You're lifting that like it's a Kleenex box.
I'd say maybe 40.
Well, I can admit what I've been defeated, so I personally don't think that he outlifted me. What do you guys think?
All right, so the table's all sanded to 150, completely wiped off. So the next thing I'm going to show you is when you get, if you're using Osmo, You got a new roller, you have to use the rollers. If you don't use the rollers, the finish doesn't work. You got to get off all the lint from the manufacturing process. So do this. So that will clean off all the lint so that when you go to roll on the finish, you won't have lint all over the table. So you can also use, wrap some tape around your hand and roll it back and forth on your hand, but this is a lot easier. So let's get this new finish on. Let's see what it looks like. It's called Raw, Uncut, and Real, like Luxage Furniture. So I've never used this product before. It's called Raw by Osmo. This is what it looks like. And it's pretty thick. It's like their Pollux. But 3051 by Raw. So apparently this is going to dry completely transparent. What I'm going to do is pour a little bit on the table and work it around with the roller. You gotta make sure you mix this stuff really well. Go. So that should be about all we need. I won't know until I start rubbing it around, but that should do for the whole table. You want to get it all over your roller.
So this stuff is fantastic. We've been using Osmo for years. So you take a light pass back and forth with your roller. You don't want to put too much on. You got to work it into the grain, work it into the resin. And then in this next clip, you'll see me putting it on the entire table surface. So you're supposed to get a tray and use the tray to put it on, but I've been doing this for so long, I just pour whatever I need onto the table, work it into the roller, and then work it around the table. I work it into the sides and to the ends. Well, in the midst of making this table, we just sold our house and we got to move 3 weeks. Even though I make an okay living, I can't afford the prices here in Ontario. It's insane. So I'm actually selling some of my stuff. So we're going to, long story short is I did a reno on this house. I did top to bottom, an entire gut job. I bought a Festool Planex and I bought a vacuum. I bought for like, this is expensive, 4,500 bucks. So this is what it looks like. So that's the vacuum there. That's a harness. This is the sander, it lights up with LED lights. So I'm going down to Mississauga to meet a guy named Yu that I met on Facebook Marketplace that's gonna pay me $3,200 cash. So if I don't make another video, you guys know what happened. I'm probably in a little tiny box in Yu's basement. So let's go see Yu. All right, well, we're just getting to Yu's house. So let's go sell this guy I met on Facebook Marketplace that talked me down $800. This guy would not let the deal go. He just kept messaging me and, oh, fuck, mother, you know, Jesus, this thing doesn't work. Like, look at these houses. This is where we're going to right now. Like, these guys are not hurting for money. Look at these houses. I think Yu's got some bank. All right, we're looking for 1286. 1286. 1286. It's right here. Oh man, this is the guy that said he doesn't have any money. He's on a budget. Look at this house. Holy crap. I gotta tell you, this better be the carpenter that's buying this, not the guy that owns the home. Well, this is a perfect example. Never judge a book by its cover. This guy is a Chinese contractor in the basement of this house. That's obviously, the guy's a gajillionaire. So anyways, he paid me cash. $3,200 cash. Paid $4,200. I don't know, just less than a year ago. So good deal for me, good deal for him. Still got warranty with Festool. So let's head back to the shop. So this has had a chance to dry overnight after the first coat. This looks friggin' amazing. So I'm gonna give it a light sand with 600 grit. I'm gonna do a second coat. I'm gonna come back, give it another sand with 600 grit, and we're gonna buff on 2 or 3 coats and then show you what it looks like. Let's get sanding. All right, here's a flyby view of what it looks like with the second coat of raw. This is pretty sweet finish. We found a turtle. He was almost on the road. He's about to die, get hit by a car, so we're gonna go bring him to a pond. We're walking through the field on the side of the highway. This is where we're gonna let this little dude go. Nice little pond. Here, look at him. Nice and cute. Let's see. Here you go, little dude. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. Saved a turtle today. It's not every day I walk across the highway and risk my own life for a little baby turtle, but he's pretty cute. So in his new home, let's go back to the shop to build another table. Well, continue the table I'm building. All right, so as I'm barbecuing here, I hired a social media guy from Bangladesh like 6 weeks ago to work on our YouTube channel and our Instagram channel. So he said, you don't have to give me any money up front. I'll work for a month, and if you like the results, then you start paying me. So I get an email from him today, or a message on Messenger saying, my dad's in the hospital, I need $8,000 US. $8,000 US. And once my dad's better, I'll start working on your channel. And I'm like, there's no effing way I'm sending this guy $8,000. What the hell's happening? He's been working for me for 6 to 8 weeks. Channel's growing, everything's good, real followers, real comments. So I send him a message saying, absolutely not. And he basically hijacked my channel and said, if you don't pay me, I will not continue to work on your channel. I'm gonna start deleting your videos. So I just spent the last half an hour scrambling to remove him as a user off of my Instagram, my Facebook, and my YouTube. So I'm gonna go stick a big hot dog in my face and think about why I'm so dumb sometimes. So it's about 8:30 at night. I'm pretty sure that I messed up the finish on the table. I rolled on the finish 2 days ago and I let it dry, and I went back and the white had dried over top of the resin and it made it like a milky color. So I don't know, we're gonna go to the shop right now. I might have to sand down just the resin part and recoat everything. I'm not one to drop off a product like this. If I wouldn't give it to my parents or put it in my own house, I'm not selling it to my client. So as you can see, it left a milky texture. You guys can see that. The milky texture, so the resin's not completely see-through. So I'm going to sand up to the edge of all the wood, including these areas here. I've already done this. So you can see how it's see-through again.
So here we got 3043. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on the table. I'm going to work it in with my polisher. As you can see, there's a couple little spots here that still have the white on it, so I'm just gonna scuff this up and get it out of there. So we got a problem with the table. I polished all the resin here, and you can see the difference between the white finish and the clear. So I'm gonna take a brush and I'm gonna do what I did over here. I'm gonna detail all the edges and stuff. So this side's all done. That's what it's gonna look like. And this is the side that's not done. So because this is a new finish for me, I didn't know the process. I didn't know how this was gonna react with the resin. I wasn't happy with how the wood looked beside the clear resin. This finish made the resin really milky, so I really had to sand all of that texture off, get down to the raw resin, and now I'm just adding detailed all the way around it so that you've got the nice white wood and then you've got the nice clear resin. So I think it came out pretty nice. So I think the table's fixed. I think it was pretty good. Let's do a close-up. So now everything is blended and it looks pretty good. Only section I can't get perfect is right here, but it's just because I can't get and polish these. It's not gonna happen. But I think that looks 1,000 times better than what it looked like before. So let me know what you guys think. And we're gonna do a clear coat over top of the whole thing now that it's done. All right, so I just got off the phone with our client, and the delivery to Lake of Bays, apparently, there's like over 25 steps to go down a 60% grade or so to her cottage.
So I just came back from the dentist. He froze the whole bottom part of my mouth. I can't feel anything from here all the way down to here. I figured I would do a video for Instagram. I can't even drink anything. I can't talk. This is so bad. All right, we're on our way to Lake of Bays for this delivery. I'm pretty pumped about this. It's supposed to be a beautiful cottage, beautiful spot. So we got 5 guys waiting over there for us to do the delivery, so let's get to her. So what I didn't know about this delivery is I was about to run into a general contractor that was in a horrible mood. Check this out. So we just made it here on the property, Lake of Bays. Let's go check it out. So these are the steps we got to go down. This should be interesting. Now this is their place. Oh, this place is gorgeous. Check this out. Holy cow. Beautiful property. That's where the dining table is going right there. And look at this view. Holy cow. So there's the view from the deck here. There's Lake of Bays. It's gorgeous property. Check out this cottage. Beautiful, beautiful property. Look how gorgeous this is. My God, look at the ceilings in here. This place is insane. Well, let's go get the table in. This will be interesting to get this 600-pound table down all these stairs. So let's get at her. We've got a group of 5 guys here to help us out. I'm gonna film you guys for my Instagram and YouTube, right?
I'm not all right with that, actually. We got our boots on.
Yep, fine.
So this contractor's got a huge attitude. I told him, I said, I'm just gonna record for my YouTube channel. He said, absolutely not. You are not recording me and my guys. I'm like, well, I need to record for liability reasons, and I need to record for my channel. He said, nope, you're not doing it, so I record anyways. Threw a bit of a fit upstairs, so I don't care. Anyways, so table's in place. I'm gonna get the legs put on. He didn't want to help me with that. He basically just left. He's gonna come back once I'm done. He told me to hurry up and stop wasting his time, so. All right, table's all done and delivered. Here's the top. Beautiful view. Table's set in its place. Let me know what everything thinks. All right, so we're all done with delivery. That was wild. That contractor was, he was really pissed. He had an axe to grind. I don't know what his deal was. I don't know why he was so angry. But anyways, he basically didn't even say goodbye at the end. I offered to tag him in the video. He said, I don't need referrals. Word of mouth, bud, word of mouth. And then it says to me, we're quiet. And then the other guy says to me, we're quiet. I'm like, what do you mean you're quiet? I'm like, you're quiet like as in you need business? He's like, no, we're quiet. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean you're quiet? He's like, we're quiet. I'm like, quiet as in you don't want me to record? This is a quiet area in Muskoka? He's like, never mind. I'm like, I'm sorry. I was like, I don't understand what you're trying to say to me. So anyways, I had to back up my trailer for 5 minutes because the guy didn't even tell me that there's no turnaround. So anyways, table's delivered. Weirdest contractor I've ever met. He was pissed at me from the second he met me. I've never met this guy before, but he was pissed off. His guys were irritated. So I don't know, something happened before I got there. So anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and keep your stick on the ice.